And I'm the mean one. And I'm the mean one, dude. Listen to
no,
you.
no, dude.
You.
I'm not. I'm like, dude. That is. I'm looking at this generation Shakespeare, where it's like it was so heartwarming. My heart was warm. I'm like, I didn't know a story could touch someone as much as this one did.
Welcome to another episode of Volume 1, the anime and manga podcast, where we review the first volume of a brand new manga each week. My name is Josh Magic Michaels, and today, as always, I'm joined by
Megnan Perrine.
I love it.
Have you never said that before?
No, I don't know why.
That seems like a go-to thing you would have.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of like taken aback right now. It came out of nowhere. I was like possessed by the neon god.
That's such a cool name. You have to go by that forever now.
Oh, I think so.
Who are you, my friend?
It's Cody.
AKA the Dark Lord of Volume 1.
The Dark Lord of Volume 1, my new title. Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome back to another episode. Thank you guys for watching. As always, we got some big news that we want to announce before we start today's episode, and that is Volume 1 just started their own Patreon. Yeah!
It's the final Judgment Night of Thunder.
That one, I didn't like that one. I did not like that one.
We'll figure out how to add that to the soundboard.
Yeah. We need Judgment Night. I miss it.
So if you go over to patreon.com/volume1pod, you can join our Patreon and support the show. That just obviously is going to help us raise the production value, keep making more content, and just making the show as good as it possibly can be. There's different tier levels with different benefits that you can get, and they start extremely cheap. But you do get a lot of stuff, and so you can go over to patreon.com/volume1pod to check that out. And if you do, thanks in advance.
Yeah.
Right, guys? Yeah.
Special content.
Yeah, eventually.
Be a real oneer.
Yeah, be a real oneer. You could be a real oneer or a day oneer, but that's up to you. Anyway, without further ado, let's just jump into today's episode where we will be reviewing Volume 1 of a manga called A Man and His Cat.
Or Oji-sama to Neko, which is like just roughly translates to old man or grandpa.
Oh, that's why you did a cat pun as we're doing a cat anime.
Oh, yeah, no shit. Are you here now?
Yeah, no fucking shit. I'm sorry. I came out way too hot.
Me too. Me too.
The fuck, guys?
I just feel like you'd be the first one to bust our balls for.
You would be the first one to bust our balls.
not
Say that.
getting
You go
it.
through these episodes. I've been surprised by not ball busting lately.
No, that's true. He's been very calm.
On the episode, but I
sedated.
do
No. Outside of the episode, he's definitely still feisty, fierce,
Yeah.
much like a
that's
cat.
his tactic the whole time, though. Is you quiet?
No. You're just mean.
No,
And then you're like, it's your fault still. And I'm like, dude, go through the episodes. I really don't
he
even
tries
do
to
that
villainize us on
He
the
really-
podcast,
he
but
does.
he's a villain.
You straight
himself.
up lied about how the interaction with the art went, where you're like, and Josh said like, oh, change it, it's no problem. When he's like, he absolutely did not say that.
Okay, we could pull up the messages, show the receipts.
Yeah, we can.
Because I got
Yeah.
a very hostile environment feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I got some. Maybe it's the way you text. Dude.
Yeah, maybe.
Just
too.
look at what's happening right now. Where after
Oh
you
my
guys attack
God.
me, it is now
Attack.
devoted to how, well, off mic, you're a piece of shit.
Oh.
Okay.
Cody, I love you, dude, and I don't say
Shut
that.
up.
I don't.
What's the synopsis? Fucking.
Okay, let's not Nico there.
All right.
I don't say that.
You got it now? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I don't say that I love you enough, and I just realized that, and so I'm taking advantage of the time I have with you while I have it. All right,
for the
fuck you,
listeners,
dude.
Cody is doing a very
vulgar
hand movement.
hand gesture.
Yeah.
Okay, Cody. Well, I'll take your advice and read the synopsis. So, the synopsis, the official synopsis for A Man and His Cat is Fukumaru, a large and homely exotic cat at an animal shelter, is regularly passed over for adoption in favor of kittens that are younger, smaller, and cuter than he is. He is unexpectedly adopted by Kanda, an older man who is recently widowed and who has a distant relationship with his adult children.
That's interesting. I didn't read the synopsis, so I was just like, one of my questions later on. We'll get into it, but yeah, that answers a question that I had.
And this
the
is
dangers of the synopsis.
The dangers of the synopsis. You're absolutely right. This is a manga that I found online that I thought would be fun to review. I'm a cat lover. I love cats. I prefer them over dogs. Fight me. How about that? Fight me. You know?
Bite me.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. You can bite me too
Scratch
if you want,
me.
but I might like that, you know? Yeah. Bite me, Cody. Cody, bite me.
Oh.
But yeah, so this guy is basically an old man, and he adopts a cat. It sounds like a simple premise, but it's not. I found it online. It seemed like it had a lot of positive reviews. People were really connecting with this series, and I had a feeling why, but I did not know what I was going to be getting into. I didn't know I was going to be on the feels train for an entire volume of manga.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way that I describe this, like if I could do an airplane pitch, is that what they call it? If I could just do a quick summary.
Elevator pitch.
Fuck. I knew I was wrong. Like, you ever say something and you know you're wrong?
Because the thing is, like, an elevator is like, oh, you have a short time to tell someone this thing, like in an elevator while you're like, oh, we're going to the thing. But you have plenty of time on an airplane. You have so much time to, like, give a long detail.
Like an hour and a half flight, if that's a short flight.
Bare minimum.
Yeah,
You could have
bare
just
minimum
said,
flight.
oh, no, it's called elevator pitch. Move on.
Okay, but I was explaining to you why you were wrong. So this way you'll be less wrong in the future.
You
So
know
I
what,
was
Cody?
helping you.
Maybe you have been a friend this whole time.
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you the elevator pitch, right? This is like my streamlined one sentence version of how I would sell someone on this manga. And tell me if you guys agree. It is Garfield if it was written by Nicholas Sparks.
I don't know who Nicholas Sparks is. I know what Garfield is, and I disagree.
Nicholas Sparks.
Nicholas Sparks wrote like all those romantic, like touchy-feely movies. Not touchy, but you know, feely movies like The Notebook. He wrote The Notebook. He wrote
I've
bunch
never
of.
seen The Notebook.
Oh my God, fantastic film.
People really are like, what the fuck?
That's the what do you want?
When they're in the rain, that's all I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, Rachel McAdams, Ryan Gosling. I'm not gonna say it's a fantastic necessarily film, but it is a beautiful story. I'll say that. And
That's
Beautiful
when it's like
people, beautiful story.
A girl can't decide which one of the two hot guys she wants to get with, and they're all very accommodating towards her.
yeah, but in this story, she's like has like, you know, she lost her memory. She's got Alzheimer's or some old shit like that, you know. Yeah.
Is that the plot? Oh, and she
Yeah.
writes it down in her notebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the plot?
Yeah,
That
and
has
he,
something to do with letters.
it does. She writes them down in a notebook, and then he has to go to her hospital room and read her all her notes every day.
So,
that,
50 First Dates?
but like a sweeter version of 54.
There's nothing
First
sweeter than
Dates.
50 First Dates.
50 First Dates is pretty rad. I reference that movie a lot, actually,
It's
and I don't know why.
Really good.
It's a
Yeah.
good movie. What do you mean you don't know why?
It is a solid movie.
Yeah.
I
And
love
I
that
still
movie.
don't get that vibe at all from this.
Okay, let me try again.
Did
Yeah.
you mean it's about a cat and a heartwarming story? And your mind translated that into Garfield meets The Notebook?
But isn't my way like a more fun way of saying
No.
whatever boring shit you just said?
No, it's not, because I said what you actually meant.
It's like Garfield meets The Notebook.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, because it's a heartfelt story about a cat, and the cat also looks a little bit like Garfield because he's
It's
a
a
fat
cat.
but it's a fat cat.
But he's not mean like Garfield.
True.
Garfield is to be a dick.
True, and he does not hate Mondays, from what I can
Yeah.
gather.
Yeah. Or he doesn't
Exactly.
have like a dog to boss around and kick the shit out of.
Okay, maybe it's nothing like Garfield.
It's
Okay,
just a cat.
but I thought, you know, I saw some similarities between John and Garfield that I saw between this man and his cat.
I'll
and
give
maybe
you
I'm
that.
way off. And maybe I'm way off.
I'll give you that. We'll
Cody?
give you that, right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But not The Notebook.
It's a heartwarming story, and I didn't know how many feelings I was about to feel. I wasn't ready for it because so many stories try to pull at your heartstrings and they don't do it. They can't do it. But this one did it, and it did it well. And I don't know if you guys experienced the same thing.
I did.
Does it remind you of anything else then before we continue? Because apparently I'm fucking crazy.
No, that was a great elevator pitch, but I gotta go. It's my floor now, and I gotta go. I might have hit a floor that wasn't mine just to get off the elevator with you.
Yeah, my floor is actually the next.
Yeah, the next floor, but I just wanted to get off. I didn't want to hear the pitch anymore, so I just, this is my stop by,
No, you're
and then I
just
got
gonna
off, and
take
then
the
I had to
stairs?
wait, and then I probably either took the stairs, probably 5 flights up, or I just waited for another elevator to come up until you were gone.
That's pretty sad.
Now you're in there by yourself.
Now it's just me and Cody in the elevator?
Yeah.
No, I'm on an airplane now.
Fuck you. I'm up there too, pitching for hours up there too.
No,
So
flight took off. You're still
It's
in your
already
elevator.
gone. You're not even in the gate yet.
Alone in the elevator with nothing but your thoughts and regrets.
You
And
just hear dun,
and a cool ass manga to read. How about that? I'm in the elevator reading A Man and His Cat.
Do you even work in this office space, sir?
I just kick it in the elevator.
Yeah, it's like that song, Living in an Elevator.
Okay, there's not a song called
Living in the elevator, take my hand.
Is that really how that song goes? Bro, that was
I
really
believed
convincing.
it. I was like,
It's living on a prayer.
No, you put a little
No.
twang on it.
Living in the elevator, take my hand. We'll make
Living
it, I swear.
Okay.
Oh,
I think you
No.
accidentally invented like a new type of like that's like an
Living in
original
the
beat you
elevator.
made.
You really, it's
I just
nothing,
added one more
'cause
beat.
It's like, it's yeah, you went like, living in the elevator, something, something.
yeah,
What's
you did the harmony.
What's the second part?
Take my hand.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
make it, I swear. Whoa.
You can't. So
Pitching in an elevator.
I don't like. I don't like
the
that.
syllable-
part.
Okay, living in the elevator.
I like it better the second time.
Okay,
I don't know
cool.
why. I like it better the second time.
It reminds me of my roommate is a cat, which is, I don't know if it was a manga. It was definitely an anime I watched a couple seasons ago. And it's the same premise. It shows like both sides of dialogue between like what the cat's thinking and what the person who owns the cat is thinking. And obviously they can't talk to each other. So there's funny things that happen with the language barrier, even though these cats just understand English.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the cats speaking English or understanding English, did you guys expect that going into this? Like, because for me, I thought it was going to be a slice, and it is a slice of life story, but I thought it was going to be based in more reality, I guess. So what did you guys expect going into it? Just seeing like maybe the cover art or the few panels that you saw?
I saw a panel on Twitter, and like I remember audibly going like, "Oh," and it was just like one of the first scenes when they meet, and I was just like, "Holy shit, this is gonna be really cute. I'm gonna put this on my list."
Yeah.
And I mean, I already watched My Roommate as a Cat, so I kind of like went into it thinking that, oh, it's probably gonna be another one of these stories where you get like the cat's perspective and like the human's perspective, and I like those stories more than just like a man who owns a cat and you see his life, sure, but like I feel like a cat's mental is worth like looking into, bruv.
Yeah, bruv. Hell yeah, bruv. What'd you think, Cody, going into it?
The only like I didn't have any expectations. I was like, oh, it's go. Well, I'm not being sarcastic. My expectations were what the title was, where I'm gonna see a man and a cat interacting. That's
got it.
genuinely what I was expecting.
Yeah.
And the only thing I could, why I was like, oh, like I'm starting to watch this anime. It's about like a squid girl.
Squid Girl? I
Yeah.
love me some Squid Girl.
Is it called Squid
It's
Girl?
called
She's
Squid Girl.
She's like a pet, but it's like a chibi human, and she's like this big, and she like does pet stuff, and it's very cute.
Oh, maybe we're thinking about. Does she have blue hair?
Blue hair and tentacles.
But she's not a chibi though.
She had the art style of it, right? Because it's like a
Sometimes
okay. Well, the one
she's like a. Yeah, we don't have to go to Squid Girl, but it's good.
it's a very cute show. Like the clip that got me into it, where it's like the girl who like owns her like catches her, and she's like, it's just this like little person like gets up and like doesn't speak English, does she? She just like reacts to stuff.
I don't know. It might
There's a little person in it?
a little squid.
Little squid girl?
Yeah, I don't know if she's small. I don't remember, but we might not be talking about the same.
We're
thing.
talking about the same thing. I'm doing a bad job.
I don't know. I think that you're.
Business as usual.
Oh shit!
This is
Sorry, Cody.
you're gonna
I'm so
in your
sorry.
head. You're gonna be like, I had to do that
This
because
one.
you had a zinger in my head. But
You called my
you're
mom
just
a
in.
thought before we recorded
Yeah, no,
this
you-
podcast.
You did do that. You did do that. I
Yeah.
said I was looking at my phone and I was like, I thought I'm looking at a thought.
And what's the
then-
title of the manga about the Nana?
Oh, Talentless Nana.
And you said, is that a manga about Josh's Nana?
But that's funny. I'm funny.
See?
That's what you don't get. Is I'm funny.
And that was all before the mic started recording.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking.
Yeah, she's not a
She
chibi.
no, she like grows.
Yeah, she grows. I think.
Yeah.
This is it.
Oh, okay.
And then
It's really funny.
there's a movie called A Boy and His Dog,
Mm-hmm.
and I would say this is the exact opposite of that movie.
Why?
A Boy and His Dog is a post-apocalypse. I think Fallout's based on it. Thing about a boy and his dog. The dog had like a cybernetic implant with the boy, so they can like read each other's thoughts.
Oh, gotcha.
So the dog's like, it's just a boy and his dog surviving in like a world, and they're not trying to save anything. They're not even like necessarily even good people.
Yeah. I like this story though because it's not like, what is that movie called? Called to the Wild or something like that? Call of the Wild or
Yeah.
something
Call
like that
of
with
the-
Harrison Ford and that CGI dog that looked terrifying.
And the book it's based on.
Yeah.
But the book it's based on is apparently really good. But
Yeah.
it's not one of these stories where this like
was a burp.
extraordinary
I was mid burp when I went to say something.
it's not one of these extraordinary situations that needs to happen for it to be interesting. It's literally just an old ass man and his cat.
Although this old man, he's got the future is looking pretty bright for
What's
him.
his name?
I
forgot his name.
I had it right here in the
Is it
synopsis.
Handa-san?
No, it is. His name is Kanda.
Kanda. All I'm saying is Kanda can get it.
Yeah, I mean this guy's
For real, though.
and that's like
For real.
in universe. That's the agreement that everyone has.
Yeah. No, he's a very good-looking older man.
There's a young dude who works with him that's
He
like, that
work-
boy is fine.
Dude.
You know, or that man is
That
fine.
man, that
Yeah,
older
yeah,
man is
yeah,
fine.
yeah,
But
Yeah,
yeah,
a little
he's
Freudian slip from Josh.
yeah. I was like, that's Josh. Like when I was reading it, I was like, that would be Josh in the manga. Just
Yeah.
It would be me.
It was you definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be like, damn,
That was
who's
the same
this
vibe.
old ass little boy man who's working here?
Little boy man. Did you have to add the little boy in front of the man part?
Yep, it just keeps on happening.
Chill, Cody, chill.
Chill, bro.
No, but this old ass man is, he's got swagger.
Suave.
Yeah, real smooth criminal, that guy.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
you just feel bad for him, and you just like want to take care of him.
Yeah, you do feel really bad for him. I mean, maybe you want to take care of him.
No, I mean like in like a loving way, but I mean in like a loving way, because he's like a nice.
nice, hot old man.
Yeah, is he a? Yeah, he's a dilf, right?
Gilf?
He's a gilf.
No, because he doesn't have Does he have grandchildren?
Oh, you're right.
Oh no,
You're
he
right.
is a DILF.
Leave it to Cody to know what dilfs and gilfs are and to be a stickler about it.
It has to be accurate.
Yeah.
Terminology.
Okay, Cody.
Yeah.
Do you want a fucking cookie?
Do you have any?
Cody, you know I don't have
I
cookies.
used to do that. I would like bring cookies, and I'd be like, "Oh, do you want a cookie?" And if someone said yes, I would like give them a cookie.
This fucking Cookie Monster
But-
up in
yeah,
here.
But
What the
if people said if they didn't react, like, "Oh, okay," well, if they don't fulfill the other half of this bit, I'm just being an asshole.
That's true.
If I were to meet you,
In
and
high school,
I-
you would not have liked me in high school. No one would, and no one did. And I don't disagree with any
if
of that.
you came up to me and I said a joke, you said, or if I accomplished something, you said you want a cookie, and then you proceeded to pull out a cookie from your pocket,
Yeah.
I would be shook at the dedication to the bit.
Yeah.
I've always
I-
been a bit guy.
Can I ask you? Can I ask you what the best cookie for that joke is? I have a cookie in mind, but I'm curious
Obviously
as to what you
chocolate
brought.
chip, but usually it'd be cookies I got for doing like projects well. And I was like, I'm not eating a cookie, so I would just give them away.
What
Yeah.
would yours be?
The individually wrapped oatmeal cookies with
I
the little
was-
cream inside.
I was thinking not
Cream
with the cream
inside.
inside.
Yeah, the oatmeal cookies with the cream inside. Your guys' parents never put cream inside it for you?
No.
I'm just kidding. They come with cream though.
I know what you're talking about. I was thinking of I was thinking maybe like a homemade sugar cookie, just because the chocolate chips, if they're in your pocket for too long and you're like waiting for someone to, you want the bit to start, what if they melt in the pocket, then you're just fucked up and you pull it in, it's all melty gushy chocolate.
Yeah, but the
Chip
sugar cookies
cookie.
are too flaky. And you got a bunch of crumbs in your pocket.
No,
after
but
that.
they'd be wrapped. I want to be a savage and just
I
put
mean,
them in my pockets.
Like a chocolate chip cookie is a safe bet for two reasons. Everyone loves it, and I don't like them. So that's like, I'm not doing anything.
Of course you don't.
Well, and I'll tell you
Of course
why.
you don't like a fucking
I
chocolate
don't.
chip cookie.
I don't understand why everyone loves chocolate chip cookies, but then a chocolate cookie isn't popular at all. And if someone can explain the logic of that,
It's because
then I'll
it's
cede my point.
It's the diversity between each
Which-
bite. You get a chunk of chocolate chip,
Exactly.
and it fulfills you when with a chocolate chip. With a chocolate regular cookie, you're just getting all the chocolate. It's like a chocolate cake. You're saying that vanilla. People like chocolate cake. People like vanilla cake. People like red velvet, which is just chocolate cake but red.
I just
And
found that out, and it
it's
fucking
it's
shook
still it's still its own flavor though.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I
It
refuse
still
to see
works.
it. Yeah.
Okay. But with a chocolate chip cookie, you end up getting bites that don't have that much chocolate in it. And then it's like, with that logic, why isn't a vanilla cake with chocolate bits in it as popular when a chocolate chip cookie is popular?
Do I
Because
look like
they're
Willy
two
Wonka, Cody?
In the next reboot,
Oh,
You'd be a good Willy Wonka.
good female
Yeah.
Willy Wonka.
Yeah,
Hello,
yeah.
cute.
you'd be wearing a top hat and stuff.
And I'd be like,
yeah.
Yeah.
and then I do the
yeah.
roll
And then
thing.
but then no, you just fall.
Oh yeah, and then
and
I'd be
then-
like, oh sorry.
It's
You
a bit
do
I
look
was
like maybe one of the kids that would show up to the factory.
still, yeah.
Yeah, still.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do look like the girl who turns into the blueberry today.
Oh,
Yeah, with your
Are you
blue.
calling me fat?
No, I'm saying you're wearing a blue hoodie that you got at a cool hoodie that you got at a thrift store, a Tokyo Ghoul hoodie that you found at a thrift store.
Yeah, I got. What's his name? I forgot his name.
Ghoulman.
Oh,
Tokayo Ghoulman.
it just says Tokyo Ghoul.
No, it has a character.
Yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, the characters say Tokyo
Gourmet,
Ghoul.
right?
I don't know.
Gourmet?
I never watched Tokyo Ghoul.
Really?
Mhm.
You never watched it either.
I saw some of it.
Okay, well, this is the gourmet ghoul.
There's that
and
game
he eats special. He likes to eat different human. We can move on.
Yeah. So this manga is about it's a weird cat at a shelter.
It's.
I
Don't
mean-
you dare talk about Bukamaru like that.
Yeah, dude. I appreciate you trying to get the train back on the tracks, but you veered a little bit too hard.
Is he not a weird cat? Am I wrong?
He's just a fat cat, and I will say this: he is an exotic cat as well. And I used to have a cat exactly like this cat.
Really? It's the one with the droopy like yellow eyes, huh?
I think it's the one, from what I can tell, with the droopy eyes, but it also has the smushed face. I feel.
Yeah. Those are really cute.
Super hard to maintain those cats because the one I had was like a long-haired cat, so you had to constantly brush it, or else it would get knots from laying on its fur all day, and then the knots would get so bad that you'd either have to cut them off or shave the cat. And you'd also have to constantly wipe their eyes and wipe their nose because they get, which does seem like fucking animal abuse at a certain point. You know what I mean? The fact that
I have
we
to do that
fucking-
with Yoshi.
Mm-hmm.
which also seems like animal abuse.
He
you know
loves
what I mean?
it. No, I mean it has to happen, or else he's gonna get all drooly and.
Yeah, and that's
His
part of
eyes.
the thing with what we've done to dogs. Is they should be able to just exist on their own. You know.
Yeah, it does feel like it. I'll never forget, dude. It did remind me of a another series where they tried to keep the bloodline of Christ pure. So they just inbred. They kept inbreeding over time. Family members, so that the blood of Christ would be pure in 2020 or whatever. And so their God, Jesus Christ, with the 100% pure blood of the Lord, was basically, let's just say, a little.
Little English,
Okay, I didn't say. Don't say a little English, but
but
let's just say it was a few fries short of a Happy Meal. I'll say that, and that's what pugs basically are to me.
they're like Jesus.
Yeah, that's what you got out of it. That's what I got out of it too. They are like Jesus.
Mm-hmm. So this guy, I guess we'll go through chapter by chapter because these again are another series of short stories.
This manga seemed like it was designed for those anime short style things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely a short, not even 10-minute long episode.
Yeah. So we'll go through chronologically, and again, the chapters are maybe from what I read, just a few pages. They're just a few pages long. But they're all self-contained, and they all kind of just tell the story of a dude buying a cat and what that process would look like and all the things you have to prepare for and go through when you do that. So it starts off with the cat at the shelter, and we're getting the cat's perspective, and he's just talking about how no one fucking loves him and how no one wants to fucking pick him up.
Cuddle him, love him. He just really accepted the fact that no one will ever truly love him. He'll never get out of this fucking box. What?
Nothing. No, I was just.
Oh, you're referring to you guys?
Whoa, dude.
Whoa! What the hell, Megan?
Is that what you're doing behind my back?
Whoa, dude.
That's...
What? Is that so far off? I'm just kidding. Hotaka. I'm sorry. Don't cry, please. Don't cry.
Mean Megan is back,
Me,
boys.
Megan the muscles back. Baby.
I miss cosplay Megan.
I miss Megan Yan. Yeah, poor boy. What a chunky, lovable little guy. I don't know why no one wants it because he's too old.
Yeah, I and it's like I said earlier. Okay, dude.
It keeps going back to you. I'm sorry. It just literally keeps.
I have the spirit and soul of a Zoomies manager, and then you guys, for whatever reason, made a weird face about that. But I have a very youthful vibe, and people know that about me. People say that about me.
You don't think you're more like a Hot Topic boy?
No, I think I'm more of maybe even an H&M kind of fella.
No, you can stay at Zoomies. No need to go to H&M.
But I like it. I like H&M.
I don't know what Zoomies is.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Spencer's.
clearly,
You're more of a Spencer's manager.
don't say that, dude. I don't want to be a Spencer's manager.
Yeah, you're a
Yes.
Spencer's manager because you've worked there for 6 months.
Where would I work? In the mall.
Oh, I worked there for 6
Hot
months and I get
topic.
promoted that quickly? That's pretty good, dude. Thank you. I think you're talking about my work ethic there, and I like that.
Barnes
yeah,
and
you're very
Noble.
defensive about a compliment, Josh.
Barnes and Noble.
No.
Barnes and Noble.
You would work at Hot Topic.
I'd be hot dog on a stick, gal.
No, Megan would Megan would work at Box Lunch.
Oh, I could work at Box
and
Lunch.
Cody would
GameStop.
Cody would work
And
at
I would just
GameStop.
argue with people. I'd be
You
like,
don't want this system.
You're getting this game? This game is garbage.
Yeah,
Yep.
you would get fired.
I
so
know
fast.
that.
You make no commission.
The
Yep.
few times I've gone to GameStop, every time I argue with the employee. Because he's like, you should get this. I'm like,
I bet
why?
that happens to you everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have opinions and I don't I don't let people
Yeah, you don't let people start boring yet polite conversations with you.
Yes,
to
because
you-
it's rude to start a boring conversation where I have to give you a predetermined response. That's rude.
It's nice
It's
to talk to
common
humans.
decency.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's common decency.
No, it's everyone's being fake because you don't
There's
care.
no-
If you don't care how my day is going, don't ask me because now I have to say because I know you don't want me to tell you the answer. So I have to say fine, and then you go good, and then I go how are you? You go fine. It's like nothing was said here. We didn't actually communicate anything.
Speaking of communication, can this cat and this man communicate to each other? Because we do get a lot of his perspective, but I don't know that they always understand what the other person is saying.
They don't talk to each other.
The
do.
cat
No, they
understands.
I read a different manga.
The cat understands English. Right?
Yes, he understands English.
That's what
but,
I'm saying.
But they don't like communicate. Like the cat's not like, "Hey, buddy, can you get me some more
Right.
food?" Like
Right.
they communicate on a cat human level where it's like, "Oh, you waiting by the door? I think you want to go outside, right?" And the cat's like, I can't speak, so but yes, this is my way of
Yeah, I'm a
communicating.
cat.
Communicating with you.
I'm some sort of drawn cat character who has a human persona yet still with cat characteristics.
But my point is that he understands English, okay?
Yeah.
And that he is aware of what the man is asking of him. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I saved a couple of my favorite panels from this series because there are a few coming up that were so heartwarming. They melted my heart. I was under the blanket. What's weird about me being under the blanket?
No, it's just they were so heartwarming. It warmed my heart. I'm like, wow, that sounds really heartwarming, Josh.
And I'm the mean one. And I'm the mean one, dude. Listen to
No,
you.
no,
Listen to
dude.
you.
I'm not. I'm like, dude, that is I'm looking at this generation Shakespeare, where it's like it was so heartwarming. My heart was warm. I'm like, I didn't know a story could touch someone as much as this one did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cody, it warmed my heart. What would you have rather me said? It warmed my heart so much that colors were brighter.
Yes,
that was worse. That might have been worse.
I think that was worse.
I think that was better.
Okay, well, it warmed my heart so much that I lost sensation in my feet. And that's how I felt.
Good.
Heart attack.
Because you either
Well,
say
my heart so much, my left arm
tasted-
went numb.
it warmed my heart so much I tasted copper.
Yeah. It warmed my heart so much that I immediately had to go release my bowels.
Warmed my heart so much, my face went numb and limp.
It warmed my heart so much I had to grip it in pain to deal with the pain of my heart being warm.
It warmed my heart so much I called Cody's mom.
Ooh. That was good.
I like that one. That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it did warm my heart, regardless of how I express it. It's true. And there were a couple panels coming up that I really, really enjoyed. And so I took little screenshots of them. The first one of which is because this guy, what I like about this series is you're not given all the information, and that's what we learn the more we do this podcast, right? Is that's the mark of a good series when it's done well, right? Withholding the right amount of information. And what I like about this is it doesn't straight up tell you, unless you read the synopsis, that this guy is a widow. You assume that very early on, but it especially doesn't tell him that he has a distant relationship with his children. If anything, you have no idea what his relationship with his children are, and for me, I kind of assume like maybe his kids are dead, you know?
I didn't assume that. I didn't assume that.
No,
I
I
figured the
didn't
wife
go there
was
at
dead.
all.
I figured the wife was dead because he's a little bit older and something might have happened, but I was wondering the whole time, like, where the fuck, like, where his kids at? Like, this man seems so nice and wanting love, and he's lonely, and he has no one but himself and his work, and where's his kids at? Is he really that bad of a man?
That's what I'm saying, dude. The manga depicts him as this like super cool, smooth, awesome, sometimes nervous fella. Yet his kids like don't want to talk to him.
Yeah, imagine you just did some fuck. You read more and you just did some fucked up shit.
What do you think he did, Cody?
I think he just has shitty kids.
I think you're probably
I think, every kid rebels against their parents, so it's like his kids were like, I'm not going to be a cool, nice person. Not like my dad. I'm going to be a piece of shit.
And that's how it works. That's why kids start doing heroin, you know?
Yeah. I figured maybe they'd live like far, that too,
I mean,
maybe.
yeah, it
and
could-
like, yeah,
It
like,
could also just be they're adults with their own lives, and their top
Exactly.
priority is not talking to
Exactly.
their parents, even
Yeah,
and
though
his
it
dad's
be-
probably like,
and they
"Don't."
regret it at night, but it's like it's too late, and now the relation,
Well, let's
You
start.
need time to call your dad?
no, I'll see him at some point.
Yeah, my dad's cool.
Your dad is cool.
Yeah,
Sure you don't want to? We can stop. You can call your dad if you want.
he's probably busy. I'll do it
For you.
tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know what this relationship is between this dad and his kids, but his kids are distant, and you don't see that right away. You don't. You just see this man living his life, and it's a lonely life. And he gets this cat, and another thing I do like too is that they never show the wife's face. They always purposely.
I love that.
Do you really?
I'm being.
You're
Yeah,
being
just
fucking facetious again, Cody.
I just replaced like that non-face with my face. But then I like
Exactly.
rise from the dead, yeah, and then I'm like, I'm back, babe.
Who's this cat, babe?
Who's this cat, baby? You promised we'd raise it together, babe. You got me one. I always get what I want.
Ugh, yikes!
I'm just kidding. No, I want him though.
You didn't like how they didn't show the wife's face? I thought that added a little bit of fucking sentiment to it. I apologize, Cody. You know what? Let me stop real quick, dude. Let me stop. Hey, Cody.
Cody's judging
Hey,
right now.
Cody, can I say something to you? I'm gonna take that as a
Oh
yes.
no, nope, you can't. And all right. And I said, you asked me a question. You asked for my consent, and I said no. So what you're going to do is
do
respect.
it anyway. I'm gonna do it anyway because, like Megan, I get what I want.
Am I one of the kids from Willy Wonka now? I get what I want.
I get what I want, Papa. Is that what she said?
Daddy, I want it now.
She said daddy, not
When I was
Papa.
like a brat, when I was a kid, my parents, like, if I was acting like a brat, they'd be like, wow, Veruca Saul, you need to calm it down.
Ooh.
And I was like, I do not want to be Veruca. To take it back. And they're
That's
like,
nice.
Veruca.
That your parents would burn you when you misbehaved.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My dad would call me McFly all the time. Yeah.
Like Marty.
Which is weird. I was like, Dad, you're imitating the bully of the movie. You're idolizing Biff, the villain.
The cool guy.
Biff.
Yeah. I think my dad watched that movie. I was like, why is everybody being so mean to this guy? He's the best character in this film.
He takes charge and he gets what he wants.
Oh, that's a dude that gets what he wants in a not good way.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. Anyway, they don't show the wife's face. I like that. Cody's fucking roasting me over here.
No,
but,
it wasn't. It wasn't a roast. I was saying, oh yeah, I was being like pretend. I was like doing a sexist joke.
It might symbolize.
Yeah, but you and your deeply insecure head took it as an insult.
I'm glad that he took it there and not. Now we turned into sexism.
Yeah.
No, I much prefer that.
What I said, it maybe symbolizes how, you know, when someone passes away, you like slowly to forget their like face and like how they speak.
I
Maybe
like
that
that.
has to do with something of it,
That makes a lot of sense. I didn't.
which is really, 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 really sad.
It is really, really sad. And just the moments that he has with his wife, there's a moment where the cat is in his lap and they get along swimmingly.
Oh,
Right?
they're best friends. Like there's no
Immediately.
issues. Yeah, no. They immediately trusted each other. They put everything into each other. They needed each other
Yeah.
to become like stronger and be able to live.
Yeah.
And you really see that in their relationship.
Yeah, there's a moment where they're sitting in the cat's sitting in the man's lap, and he's looking up at him, and he's like, I don't know who you're talking to. There's nobody there, but you know, I could tell by your gentle voice and your soft eyes.
Dude,
that, you know,
oh my God. It's like literally heart wrenching, rip out your heart at the end of every fucking chapter. It's like, oh, cute, cute, cute. And then it's like, dead wife, no kids, lonely man, lonely cat. It's like, fuck, dude.
yeah.
It stayed in cute zone until he talks to his students.
Yeah, that got a little weird, dude. Like, where is he a teacher or
Yeah.
where does
He's
he
like a
work?
piano teacher, I think. I think he like teaches piano to the kids. Because you saw
And
him with the
kids-
piano. And
yeah, the kids, like one of the students wants to fuck him, right?
All of them.
that's none of them.
No, all
Your
of them.
character does.
That girl was.
They're
getting
not.
super
Those are. I don't think
nervous.
those are students. I think those are people that work there too. I think those are his coworkers.
right.
They're all
Okay.
adults. Let's clarify that the adult people that work at the place.
I didn't say he wanted to fuck them. I said they wanted to fuck him.
But we're talking. He teaches a classroom of kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Not
they
adults.
two girls approach him. They looked young, and they're like, "Are you dating anyone?" And that's when he's like, "No, I've only ever dated one person. Who was that? My wife."
Oh my god. Oh my.
And then she's like, "Oh, so you're single? You want to go to a?"
What a good man.
What a great man. My favorite panel, though, that I wanted to show you guys is the panel where is there a bug that you're trying to kill in here?
Yeah, I went cat mode.
The panel where he's like, "Why am I sleeping on the edge of the bed?" He's
Look
like,
at
"Why am
that
I
fat little Fukumaru.
I know, he's so fucking cute. He's like, "Why am I sleeping on the edge of the bed still?" Which is just a habit that he's had from
Oh, I didn't realize. Yeah.
sleeping next to his wife for years.
Yeah, Josh, do you do
Have
that?
you ever
Do
slept with Monty?
Have I ever slept with Monty, my cat?
Two different
Yeah.
questions.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
Both sad answers. No,
What were you gonna say?
I was like, oh, do you still sleep on the edge of your couch?
You mean there's always gonna be an edge.
the whole couch is the edge of the
Yes.
couch, Cody.
Yes, is that
yeah,
the
I guess
joke?
some habits, they die hard.
Can I tell you what I do though?
Do?
Sometimes I turn around and face the cushions of the couch,
And you just cry.
and I hug the cushions and pretend they're a person.
Stop.
Yeah, we've all been there.
You need to get a body pillow.
There's no room for a body pillow.
Yes, there is. You need to.
That'd be fun if like someone with a body pillow it gets like torn up and they still sleep on the edge where the like the body pillows are.
I have 3. I have to move them when I sleep.
Wow. Yeah, I'm actually working on a manga series called A Man and His Body Pillow. It's actually,
Oh, that would
honestly,
sell.
that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, that would sell.
maybe
And
I'll
have it
start
talk
working on
back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like in his
Nothing
head.
weird though.
Yeah, it's. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's get that down. It wouldn't-
Nothing weird though.
Well, then I'm
Right?
out.
It would just be like him talking to himself about his own where he's at mentally and stuff, and where he's like, "Oh, I wish I had the comfort of this body pillow." When he goes to a cafe outside,
Yeah.
and then he comes home and he talks to what in reality is himself, about where he's at mentally.
Or it's like Body Pillow come to life.
Yes.
Like the girl on the Body Pillow becomes a person.
Or she's only a person in his mind, and then when it like cuts to him talking to her, she's a woman, but then when it's from like a third person perspective, it's just a pillow.
We kind of just gave the main plot point away,
Yeah,
but it's okay.
The twist.
Oh, we'll work on
the
it. It's in the works.
Yeah,
It's in
you
the
gave
works.
season
Yeah, it's
one
in the works.
finale away. That's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's one of the scenes that I wrote down too when he's talking to his dead wife. I put a sad face. I was like, fuck, dude, this guy's
Yeah.
this
bumming
guy.
me out.
That's their last. That was the last promise that they made to each other. She was like, I've always wanted to raise a cat. I think it'd be so much fun. He was like, what?
Yeah, that's brutal.
Why?
It does bum you
why?
out.
It's emotionally devastating.
Oh, I thought you were joking around.
God, you guys are so fucking defensive.
We're not
Because I love this
defend-
tale of love, and I love this tale of
Two
heartbreak and
the
there's what?
Garfield movie.
Oh,
Tale
right.
of Two Kitties.
Tale of Two Kitties. No, I love this tale, Cody.
Yeah, I like it too.
You see,
You
you sound
You
like
just
that though.
run in and you're like, I'm gonna go at him. I'm gonna show everyone online that I don't get bullied on my own podcast.
Is that what you think of us, Cody?
Never ever crossed my mind. Now I know what's going on in your fucking head, and now I know what's going on in your
'Cause
little
I know
curly head.
you start. Oh, thank you. I've been I thought my curls came out really nice today. I was really happy with
Yeah. What do you use?
it. Leave-in conditioner.
So anyway,
How does it feel, huh?
I mean, I finished talking, so it kind of took. If I
it
had,
did.
like,
It did. I should have cut you off. So it would have been
Yeah,
way more funnier. That was
'cause
my fault. I didn't commit. To
I know
the bit.
I know what the purpose of it
I
was,
didn't
but I was
commit
like,
to
I
the
was
bit.
done, and then you went, let's move on. I was like, that is how a conversation works.
What brand though? I was just kidding.
I make my own.
Ah!
You make your own.
You can't keep answering the question, Cody.
What is in the conditioner, Cody?
Anyway, see, that time it worked.
Yeah.
That time it worked. I should have used.
Your hands are surprisingly warm. Also,
I'm a warm person.
I just assumed you'd be like
Cold?
a
Cold? Like a chihuahua? Is that what you're gonna say? You're gonna call me a fucking chihuahua right
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I mean, let's be honest. Let's be real.
now? I'm gonna be real with you guys right now. I'm gonna get fucking real with you guys.
Let's be real.
Let's get fucking real then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that panel was super touching. The other panel of him talking to his wife was super touching. There's all these moments, all these panels that just like you said it perfectly. They get you at the very end. It's cute, and then at the very end they flip it, and it's super heartwarming and it's super touchy. And
It's
it also
touchy.
it touched me. I'm not gonna say where though. And it also makes you feel like it's doing what it's doing masterfully in a way that doesn't feel like some sort of ploy to pull at your heartstrings. It doesn't feel like someone trying. You can tell the person who wrote this, and he also has those editor's notes in between each chapter. You can tell that this dude just has a cat and he just fucking loves his cat, and that's why he decided to write this series.
It would be amazing if they like reveal the author and it just looks exactly like that guy.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
What if an article
That would be very amazing.
what if an article comes out that he was molesting cats?
Okay.
What?
Like the Act Age guy, like he was writing about a young girl, and then he ended up like molesting.
Okay, but this
girl.
author would have to be revealed to be molesting DILFs.
Oh yeah.
A man and his cat got canceled. The author got caught molesting hot older men in subways.
In subways, but he could also have been inappropriate towards cats. Is all I'm saying. I don't know why I keep wanting.
You're
that to
harping
be-
on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I want that to be the main appeal of this expose that I'm writing in my
Okay.
head.
Yeah. This is false information. We're definitely not.
Oh yeah. No, this guy
Yeah.
seems like a sweetheart. This guy seems like a really nice guy.
Yeah.
I should have probably emphasized that
And
more.
this manga's not about that either. So
Oh,
if you're
no.
going into it being weird, don't.
Yeah, don't go into it being weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, just let nice things happen.
Yeah.
Exactly. Everything you say, I don't know if I believe it, dude.
Look at this. This is
this guy.
you can't say anything around him.
You guys.
I'm gonna go through a couple more of my favorite panels. Oh, I did love this one too. The guy who he works with also is a musician, and he is
Oh, he's a
van.
dog.
Oh my god.
Oh, and he's a dog guy. He's a dog guy as well.
Oh, I love them. They've been friends since childhood. They're childhood friends, and now they're older, and he's hot too.
Yeah, that guy's really
Why
hot,
are they
too.
both so hot?
That guy looks a lot
Can
younger,
I be a
too.
cat? Can I be a cat girl?
Megan. Megan, he's like 60-something years old.
He's hot. What do you want me to say?
I can't disagree with you, dude. He's fucking hot. I wish I could.
He's hot, but she's like so sweet, and he's such a nice guy
Yeah.
too. That's
What's
like
more
the
important
plus.
to you?
Sweet,
Right.
yeah, but it's like a plus.
Sure, it's
No.
it's a multiplier, but you need a
Markiplier. He's also sweet and hot.
Times 1,000.
Times 1,000.
But I was talking about the guy who works with the young kid he works with. He's a musician. The young
Oh,
guy.
we're talking about
Yeah,
we're
you're
talking about
talking
the
about his
older
older
friend. You're
friend.
talking about your character
Yeah.
in the manga,
Exactly. I'm talking about the guy.
the blonde guy.
Yeah, the blonde guy who's super young that he works with. Here's a panel. I'm going to read a little bit of it because this guy doesn't just think this old man is attractive. This young kid who works with him is in love with the guy
Yeah.
because he starts comparing him to music. He says, I can even see how he's illuminating everything around him. Every cell in my body is overflowing with happiness. Where you get to see the singer live in person, it feels the same as a live concert. This is how he's describing being around this gentleman. That's love, my man.
He
You're
nailed
in
it.
love.
He nailed it on the head. That's exactly what I felt. He just put it into words for me.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it, but you're in love with this guy.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, this is totally Josh's like character in here because I knew you'd love him, and then I was like, this is.
It is me.
Did
And
you get that vibe?
maybe I talk about you like that.
Like
Cody, when you're not
fangirl
around.
Josh?
Fangirl Josh. Yeah, I could see you like if you met like an older comic, just hitting on them a lot.
Not even. He's not. It's more like admiration.
Sure.
Nah.
You don't think? You think that he's?
Every cell in my body is experiencing happiness.
That's a lot of cells.
yeah. Yeah.
A lot of serotonin.
A lot of serotonin. You know how many-
Serotonin.
You know how many Osmosis Joneses that is? That's a lot of Osmosis Joneses running around in your body.
That was good.
Don't high five that.
That was good.
I
It was.
that.
I mean,
What?
It was solid.
It was solid, just like the cells in my body. Oh, you thought? Okay, let's move on. I was
Okay,
not
yeah,
trying
yeah,
to make
yeah.
Fukumaru.
Yeah.
That's an interesting. Every cell in my body is hard for him.
Use that. If you have a
Use
crush, use
that.
that.
They love that.
They love it. Text
Yeah.
them. Every cell in my body is hard for you.
Text
right
them
now.
every night. Every cell in my body is hard for you.
if
multiple
they-
times a night.
If they don't reply, it's because they want more texts.
Yeah. That's usually how it works.
Right? Coming from a woman's perspective, Megan.
Yeah, they love that. Try that, you guys.
They're testing you to see if you're really devoted to them.
I would love to do this segment where we give false information and Megan encourages dudes to just do the creepiest shit.
Yeah, do it. I mean, like, do it.
Now you're sending mixed signals. I don't know
Do
what
it.
to do.
If she gave you the wrong number, it was probably a mistake. You should find her and correct that.
Yeah, go to where you met her or find out where she works. She'll-
They love being surprised. Send flowers to her work.
yeah.
Signed anonymous.
Ooh, a little bit of mystery in the relationship.
She doesn't know. You know, she's freaking out because she can't wait to find out who you are.
She's calling the cops to help them find you.
Yeah,
quicker so
looking
she
for a
can-
missing person.
Yeah, exactly. So she can be with you sooner.
Yeah.
Duh. Okay, let's get back.
I really hope you guys. I really hope that works out for you guys.
Well, it hasn't
Yeah,
yet. So.
well, but I mean, again, it's because they're testing us.
right. the voice that you did and the face
Yeah.
you made when you said that,
Testing.
terrifying.
Oh Jesus! Oh my God!
Hit it again. Hit it again. They're testing us.
They're testing us.
It's a little sexual when he does it too. Anyway, yeah. So, I guess we can hit now because it is a series of short stories.
Yeah, like each chapter is like 2 pages.
Yeah, and I'm starting to like that format a lot. I mean, the last few stories we read, Kudo was like that, or Kuro was like that.
No, he goes
And-
Guru.
Kuro.
Yeah,
Black was like that.
Black.
Yeah. And there was another story another manga series that we read recently that also had short stories.
So is that like, what was like your favorite part of like? Because that like kind of leads into one of my like
questions, possibly.
No, like least favorite.
Oh, okay. I would say that my favorite part was just the formula that they had, that the author, the creator, the writer had, which was to just always open with something very cute, a problem that a real cat owner, especially a first-time cat owner would have, buying the right litter, buying the right food. It opens up very playfully and always ends very sweetly. Is that how you make that word plural? Sweetly?
Sweetly.
Sweetly as in plural?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Or like...
They end it very sweetly.
Yeah.
Sweetly.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, I doubt myself sometimes. But yeah, they end it ends on a sweet note every time, right? And I love that formula. I love that it's also not too over the top. Like everything that happens is my experience having a cat. It's exactly the same. It's not embellished. It's not overly exaggerated to make a joke funnier. It's funny because of how real it is.
Exactly.
And I really liked that.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I like that it makes the idea of adopting a pet sort of romantic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like romanticizing that idea, because there's always a thing whenever a movie comes out with a pet mascot, that animal ends up getting like kids want that as a pet, so they end up buying a bunch and they end up dying. So like the idea of like encouraging people to start adopting animals more, I think that's a nice little message in there.
Yeah,
definitely. Because a lot of places, I remember in Victoria Gardens, they had like a puppy like store, which was kind of fucked up because it was like where Fukumaru was. He was just in this like little clear box. You know, that's where they live. And then there's just a bunch of people going by them being like, oh, you're ugly.
Yeah.
And like, oh, you're so cute. I want to take you home. And I just feel like it's so sad to see just like puppies. And then when they grow up, no one buys them. They're just dogs now, you know?
It's super sad.
So it's like, go adopt an animal that needs you.
Yeah. What was your favorite part about
And they're
it?
cheap.
And they
okay,
are
Cody
cheap.
would care just about the prices.
Meadow got a
Yeah,
guinea pig.
I forgot everyone is getting free money.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're not. I'm not getting
that's-
free money anymore.
Oh yeah. Some people had to get jobs.
Dried out.
I have a job, Cody, and it's to review manga. So, Megan, what was your favorite part about it?
I mean, cuteness overall. Like,
Yeah.
come on. Like, it was just the art style, the interactions, the writing, Fukumaru's just like wording of things. He's just so cute. Everything's just so cute, and I'm a sucker for cuteness. And like you said, the format too. That's really cool. But my least favorite, which is not too big of a spoil, like a I don't know. What'd you say? Drop. What was it? I have a bomb. A bomb. Not too big of a bomb.
Well,
Okay.
what if you just gave a spoiler warning anyway?
It's more like a small firework, like a
Okay.
sparkler.
Okay. Is there a noise for that?
I wish they were just a little bit longer each chapter.
Yeah.
Just literally like maybe I don't know, 2 more pages for each chapter would have been perfect. Like it was very short, and everyone I just want a little bit more, which is maybe just a me thing, which I should just probably read more, but I just wanted a little bit more, just a little bit.
But isn't that the mark of a great
Yes.
story when it leaves you wanting a little bit more each time?
That's why I said I was like, it's not like a bomb where I'm like, this is fucking trash. It's just like, okay, cool. This is it. This is what I dislike about it.
But yeah, it does leave you wanting more for sure. And I think that is, again, the mark of a great story. I found at the end of every chapter, I was excited to read the next chapter just because it leaves you in your feels. This is the Drake of manga. You know?
It just leaves you like also wanting to know like what the fuck happened. I mean, his wife's clearly dead, but what's up with his kids? Like,
Yeah.
is it gonna come? Is there gonna be a point in the manga where he, sees them again, where they talk? Now that he has a cat, they want to come over and pet it. Like, what's gonna happen?
Maybe he was driving the car.
Oh, that's dark.
And he murdered them?
I mean,
No, he was okay. So they went to a party, and they were both buzzed. But he was like, "No, it's fine," because he used to have a drinking problem. And he's like, "I can drive us home." He crashes. The mom dies.
That's...
And it's that song, "Last Kiss."
Sing the song.
Oh, where can my baby be? The war took her away from me. She's gone to heaven, so I got to be good.
Oh, my bad.
So I can see my baby when I leave this world. Do, 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 do.
Oh.
Wow, Cody. That was pretty good, dude.
I also sing that song anytime I lose something. I'm like, oh, where could my car
That's
be?
very scary.
It's very scary. And it is very sad.
Could my...
Oh, that song, I cry every time that plays on the radio. It's brutal.
I feel like you're singing that song a lot.
Or like, every rose has its
thorns.
thorns.
Yeah, we need
like every cowboy.
we need a Cody playlist. A playlist
Oh,
of
covers.
songs. Yeah,
Covers.
Cody
You do not want
covers.
you don't want Cody covers. Cody's
Why?
cool covers.
Cody's cool covers.
Yeah, we'll use K's to make it fun.
That's too many K's. Bro.
Yeah, that's way too. That's the one too many Ks.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's either too.
So you're gonna do this now? Is this your new bit now? This is just your Lord fucking Dark Volume
I'm
1
the
Lord?
Dark
Is that
Lord of
you're gonna be
Volume
an
1.
Edge
I have to.
Lord?
I'm ironically the Dark Lord.
Yeah.
But yeah. So a man and his cat. It's great. It's heartwarming. It's beautiful. It's sweet.
Yes.
It warms my heart and it makes me warm. It's something that I knew I was gonna enjoy, and I knew I was gonna connect with because like I said again, I do have a cat, and so I knew this was gonna hit close to home. Did I play with my cat after I read it? No.
Not even a little.
Oh,
I
I
mean-
had to stop midway to pet the dog in my house, Rue. I just needed to pet something.
Yeah.
You know, I was just like, I need an animal. I'm reading this. I have one. I'm just gonna go give it some love and then come back to the
Yeah.
manga. I really had to put it down. So
Yeah.
I'm surprised that you didn't get your cat fix.
I mean, I had to go like feed him, and so I pet him when I feed him and stuff like that.
Do you
but-
not?
No,
I-
your cat is starved for attention.
That's not true.
You don't let him in your room.
He's gonna mess with all the
you
cables every
don't
time I let him in
even
the room.
pet him. You
I
only
pet
pet
him
him
all
when
the
you
time.
feed him.
I've genuinely never seen you pet your cat.
It's because you only come over to do this. You don't see me behind the scenes every day.
No one
loving
does
it.
anything when I'm not there.
Yeah, the world stops.
Yeah. Yeah, I go like I freeze whenever
Yeah.
you leave.
It's a simulation. You know how you're in a simulation, we're all just like fake projections.
It's a simulation.
I know how I'm with at least one fake person right now. I know about that.
You?
No? How? No.
Yeah.
Is it,
You.
No.
is it me?
Yes.
No, you.
That's where the humor has devolved to by the end of the episode. No, but yeah, I think it goes without saying. I at least highly recommend this series, especially if you have an animal, especially if you have a cat, but even if you have a dog. They do go back and forth with the argument as old as time. Is our dog's cuter, our cat's cuter? And he gets an argument with his friend about that. If you have an animal, I think that this is a series that you'll really enjoy. And even if you don't, it'll for sure make you want to adopt a cat afterwards. So I think it is something that I would highly recommend. Also because, like I said, it's a super easy read. I do like this format of shorter chapters. It makes me feel like everything's happening a lot quicker, like I'm progressing through the manga faster. And I don't know. I really, 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 really enjoy that in general, but specifically this manga a lot. And I, at least for me, would highly recommend checking out A Man and His Cat. Would you guys recommend it to people, you think?
Yeah, definitely. Your heart's gonna be warmed.
So warm.
So warm
that it'll
that
be warm.
you might find the fiery burns of love for this man and his cat, and also just the man and his friend too.
Megan was like, I feel like Megan did not know what she was going to say before she said it.
I
and was
didn't.
Just making it up as
I
she
didn't. I really didn't. But yeah, expect hot old guy and his cat, and
Yes.
you won't be disappointed because that's exactly what you're gonna get in this story. And he's very cute and he's very funny. The cat, I mean, and it's heartwarming stuff.
Cody, would you recommend it to people?
Yeah, if you're in the mood for a cute story, I mean, it's short. You're not sacrificing time. Just read it. Be like, yeah, maybe I'll adopt a cat. And be like, nah, I'm gonna get a purebred.
And that's going to lead us into kind of the last thing I do want to talk about. But it's also it's only 4 volumes to this series, so if you want to check it out, as of right now, it's still pretty
Yeah.
new. And, it's
And in
still
reality,
short.
that's like reading 2 chapters. So
yeah,
Because they're very short.
yeah,
Is it ongoing? I'm pretty sure it's fairly new.
yeah. I think it is
correct? Yeah.
ongoing. But yeah, there's only 4 volumes out now, so go check out A Man and His Cat. We highly recommend it. And if you do, let us know what you thought about it. And if you've already read it, still tell us what your thoughts on it are. But you mentioned something, Cody, that did make me want to talk about something else, and that is because I feel like you're gonna have a weird answer, and this is why I'm excited to do this, because you're like the dark horse, the dark lord, you know what I mean? Like you just like got a lot of weird energy, you know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
And so I feel like this is gonna be an interesting answer. And it's going to backfire when it's just the most simple answer that you give me. But my question to both of you is, what's your most ideal pet to have? Whether you can actually have it or not, in a perfect world, what's your ideal pet? And then, what are some of your maybe top 3 animals
Okay.
that you would like to have as pets?
You can go first.
Okay. My ideal pet is a cockatiel.
I knew it, you fucking weirdo, but go ahead.
And I like the psycho, because cats view you as like another cat, right? Dogs view you as like the pack leader, but birds view you as a member of the flock. So like a bird views you as its equal. That's why if you pet a bird, you scratch their neck, they will then go to like pick at your hair because that's them like returning the favor in their head. It's a very like mutual relationship you have with a bird.
like a monkey.
Yeah. I mean, they have popcorn specifically for birds. So, like, during my high school nights, I would watch a movie, alone.
Those high school.
I would make a bowl of popcorn.
nights.
I would make him a bowl, and we would just eat popcorn watching a movie together. Like, this is awesome. This fucking rules. And, you can have, I would never have his cage, closed. It was always, that's his room. But the cage door would always be open. I just potty train him. And he would sleep on a little the shelf by my bed because they want to just he would fly over immediately the second it was nighttime.
As much as I want to shit on you, it does sound pretty cool.
As much as I want to shit on you.
As much as I want to shit on your chest, dude, that sounds pretty cool.
Okay, we got to talk about the phrases you use.
That's how you say that. As much as I want
You know what's funny is that's just completing that phrase, right? I
Yeah.
want to shit on you, specifically where your chest.
Yeah.
But somehow once it becomes the chest, it's it's a fetish.
Yeah. That does sound pretty rad, though, having a bird. And I have secretly maybe been coming around to the idea of
And
having a
I
bird.
would let him fly. They're always birds, you can't fly. I was I taught him how to. There's a canyon out back at my house, so I would take him there. We would fly around.
Yeah, clipping birds' wings is pretty. That's the most fucked up thing about owning a bird.
Yeah, that's
The
fucked.
problem is before they know how to fly, they can get swept up away and they don't know how to find you. They get lost. But if you slowly teach them how to fly, here's where the house is, they'll just come back. The ideal bird specifically would be a pet raven, because that is, I think, the world's best animal.
They are fucking huge. Ravens are really big. I was shocked when I saw
They
them.
can be the size of a dog.
Yeah, they're this big.
Oh
their
my
head is
God.
this
Yeah.
big, and their beak is probably this big. And they're really smart. They can mimic human sounds, human voices.
And I saw a video of someone they wanted to teach theirs to say nevermore. So he would go say nevermore. So that it said say nevermore, because he didn't realize the bird doesn't understand that that's the
Right.
command. And it's oh, you just wasted that entire, because it's never gonna not go say nevermore.
Yeah, once it's taught, it's done.
But yeah, I found a crow nest, and my dad was super excited, dude, let's go get one of those eggs and bring it. and I went back and like I went to go like grab one, and I turned around and one of the ravens was like hiding in the corner, like watching me. I was like, okay, never mind. And I went back home, and another one like followed me home and just circled the house for like an hour.
Yeah, you don't
yeah,
fuck with birds.
Steal a baby
Yeah,
from its mother.
yeah,
Cody.
it's true, Cody.
Maybe it was abandoned. I don't know. It was a child.
Maybe it's abandoned in its home.
Yeah, where another raven was watching over it. Yeah, it sounds
I didn't see
super
the.
abandoned.
I didn't see the raven watching over it when I found it.
Mm.
But if you have a pet raven and you like at some point you're like, okay, you're free to go, they won't leave. They will just like. It's I don't know any other animal that would refuse to leave if you like let them out, because if you, that's it would just fly around until you let them back inside. Because like, hey, what the hell? Is this
Hey,
a game?
it's pretty nice in here. I don't want to be. It's pretty nice in the house, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to be outside anymore. I thought that was the agreement that we had.
Yeah. It's like, this is a fun game we're playing. Ooh,
Yeah.
look at me, I'm going. All right, let me back inside, you fucking asshole.
I think my ideal animal, if I trained it well, would definitely be like a squirrel.
Yeah.
Like pet squirrels are fucking
I've seen those.
awesome.
I've never seen anybody have a pet squirrel.
Really?
Oh no, that's
There's
not. That's a
some
lie.
videos
I've seen
of it.
people
And
like
it
training
makes
squirrels to
sense.
ski and stuff.
I want to train it to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe like watch anime with me. Train it to watch anime with me.
Yeah, you could have it like it would like crack the nuts, and then you guys would share them.
Yeah, I'd be like, and then it'd be like, it'd be
Yeah.
like all lazy on the bed together.
And it would just run up your body and drop them in your mouth.
Oh, with
That'd
those
be pretty
little
cool.
hands.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh, they're awesome though. I mean, it makes sense. It's like you have ferrets as pets, different types of gerbils. I mean, they fall in the same category, and they're very smart. And you can put a little harness on them, and you can take it for walks. And they're fluffy, and they're cute, and they get like pretty big, decent cuddling size. So I think that that's what matters for me to animal. Like, I can't have an animal that does not like me, because what's the point of having a that's why people have kids, right?
No, hey, take that, the youth.
It's true. It's like,
Yeah.
I want someone to love me forever unconditionally. Well, not forever, a
squirrel-
short amount of time. But
A squirrel is also a super good fucking choice, man. I never
Yeah.
thought about domesticating a squirrel, but that'd be pretty tight.
yeah, and it's when I heard it's pretty easy. It's not like a chinchilla or like exotic type animals where you have to like make sure a room is a certain temperature. If it's not, then it's not a lot of. I don't think there's a lot of upkeep depending on what breed you get. But like that would be an awesome animal. And then also like in the same category, like raccoons are dope.
Oh, raccoons do look kind of cool.
Yeah,
They're another
chunky.
animal you can like train,
Yeah, train, and they're chunky and a good cuddle capacity.
Yeah.
and they always like
They have hands.
hands on a pet is so, and like they wash their food, you know.
Yeah, that's
they're so
cool.
cute, and they can like you can train them like, oh, you like go get me a beer, and they'll come back.
Yeah, they-
But give me another White Claw, and they're like, and
that-
you're like, hell yeah,
That
thank
is
you.
kind of fitting because at least one of the animals that I was thinking about also has hands. I was thinking about what animal I would like to domesticate, and I have two. But the first one I wanted to say was a koala.
They're mean. They're one of the
Koalas are
meanest
have you heard
animals.
the noises they make?
Oh yeah,
too?
when they
Yeah.
fight,
it's
they
like
sound like demons.
One of them, I saw a baby koala crying, and it sounded like an actual human baby crying. It was adorable.
this is not what I associate with crying.
Yeah,
I thought it
no.
was cute.
Koalas are very mean. They are honestly like mean spirited by nature. They're very territorial, and they look cuddly and cute.
Oh yeah, don't they have like AIDS or something too? Oh, herpes.
Not AIDS, they have herpes.
don't all koalas have herpes or something like that?
They have
I don't
some type
know.
of disease. Did you know? Fun fact that when they shit, they
I'm
have
not making that up, by the way.
they have their young eat their poop so they can get immune to eucalyptus because it's actually poisonous. So
Yeah.
if they have to eat the shit for a certain amount of time to like become immune to the eucalyptus so they can
Koalas
survive.
Are an absurd animal.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Because like they only eat eucalyptus, and like the only reason they can even digest it is the bacteria in their stomach. So like if it gets like too cold and bacteria dies off, they just like they'll eat eucalyptus and just starve to death.
Yeah, literally they can't eat it, so they eat shit for a certain amount of time in order to eat this thing they
Yeah.
can't eat.
Yeah, they go up on stage and they do.
They eat shit. Hey, what about that
Okay.
airplane food? Am I right? Eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus.
Boo.
Hey guys, I have a quick airplane pitch I want to run by you guys real quick.
Oh fuck! No.
Okay, well,
So
then
like,
maybe
what
not
what
koalas.
are your ideal actual pets? Because like my ideal pet is still a cockatiel, but what's your ideal like real pet that you could have?
Yeah, just fucking dogs all day. I will never not be a dog person. I don't think. I want to go to the Westminster Dog Show. Like that's one of my dreams. I would love to do that. I've just always loved dogs ever since I could remember. I like know so many breeds. I'll call them out. Be like, oh yeah, that's a fucking cock.
Yeah,
Fucking
you're like those guys who,
Cocker
when they hear a
spaniel.
loud car drive by, they're like, "Yeah, it's a 57 Chevy."
Me
Yeah,
and
it's a
Jackson are
57.
we are the worst.
Fuck you.
57?
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a 57.
That's how you
Automatic fucking bullshit.
That's how you know I know nothing about cars.
You can't even guess a year. What is that? Some sort of 57 bug?
Oh yeah, that's 69, 40, 47.
That's a 13.
Okay, we get it. We get it.
But yeah, dogs.
Oh yeah, that's a car.
That's a car.
What is that? That's a 57 sedan.
57. I like 57.
Dude, I was trying to say Chevy
I
and
know.
7 at the same time. But I do think that's how you are when you pass a dog. Like, you're like, damn, that's a fucking 57
And
Shih Tzu.
Are pugs your like ideal dog, or just the one you have and you
So like ever since I was little, I got a book called Unlovable. If you guys have read it, it's about a pug who lives in a house, and all the other animals in the house are calling him ugly, and they're bullying him. They're like, no one's ever gonna love you. Look at your face, you're ugly. And then he gets a next door neighbor that moves in, and it's another pug, and they become friends. And he's just like, oh yeah, you're not ugly. Like you look like me. Like, and it's called Unlovable because he thinks he's unlovable, and then
I'd hate
he's
to
not.
break to that neighbor, but
Stop! But that became my infatuation. Like I was like 5 or 6, and I was like, this dog is fucking better than all the other dogs in this. I had a book of dog breeds that I would just fucking read all day, every day. I was a dog girl.
It's a little weird.
No, it's fucking great.
It's
and
like
then
when girls are way too into horses, you know what I mean?
yeah, but I
No.
didn't pretend to be a horse.
I
didn't pretend to be a dog outside. I was like,
not even as a kid you weren't into.
as a preschooler,
Now-
maybe not in grade school.
I listened to a book, and the plot revolves around horses, like a horse god, and it brought up really good points about horses as far as like the idea of dogs being man's best friend. When you look at like the relationship we've had with horses, and how like essential they were into like
Everything that we did as a human civilization.
yeah, and how they are is like they're more companion than pet if you raise them. I mean, I think
horses just scare the shit
I
out
Oh,
of
think
me.
you're a
it's-
horse lady.
I think it's no. It brought up the thing. It brought up the thing about like
I like that turn away.
it brought up the thing of like how horses were sort of just forgotten.
Yeah, horses were forgotten, Cody.
Yeah,
as
what's
humans,
a horse, Cody? What animal are you even talking about?
They were forgotten because definitely there's new rules to owning horses. Back in the day, they didn't give a fuck. They would feed them and then treat them like shit and whip them. Now it is very regulated and they're very expensive to maintain.
Plus, if a horse breaks a leg, you gotta murder it.
Yeah, it's like I like every time I'm like, is that true? You have to kill it. You
the
can't.
medical expenses are very expensive.
Okay, it's
That's what it is.
expensive.
And the
but-
same thing with dogs too.
Yeah,
Like my dad told me, if Yoshi like breaks a leg, we're probably just gonna.
Put him down.
I mean, he is old, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's an age limit to treating a pet.
Yeah, he's 15.
Yikes.
They're calling
Coming
the
up
pod.
soon, huh?
Come on the podcast. I'm just fucking bawling the whole time, just thinking about my fucking dog I've had
Look
since
up-
I was 8.
Look up Kane's Law on an audiobook. You'll get a thing on horses. And the
All those
guy.
horse lovers out there.
Yeah, I think my ideal pet is a cat, right? But if I had to say what another, I don't know if you can domesticate these things, but they're cute as fuck, and they're those little red pandas, dude.
Those are also mean.
The domesticated foxes.
Oh, maybe. Well, no, they're not foxes. They're like the red pandas.
They're specifically red pandas.
You've seen red panda? You've never seen a red
'Cause
panda?
I know they
Gretzko
domesticated.
is a
I
red
know they
panda.
domesticated foxes, but or did I just assume those were foxes and they're red pandas?
No, people domesticate foxes. People do. I mean, foxes are honest. It's a mix of fucking cat and dog.
And I think that's probably one of the ideal animals
But
because
they're
you get the
fucking-
best of both.
Yeah.
They're you get the worst of both too. They rip up your shit.
Oh,
They're
that's a good point.
sneaky. They're silent but deadly. Like a fox, honestly,
like
if it
Cody's farts.
yeah. No, those things are just
And you're
deadly.
right, but you got that same problem now that we're both on Huel, man.
Oh yeah, that meal replacement that Cody recommended me. That is fucking delicious. Does give you some pretty gnarly farts.
It's because there's a lot to digest. And there's a lot of fiber, and we don't get much fiber in our diet.
I've only been eating frozen fruit lately.
Why?
Because it's fucking good.
Only like
Not only, but like soup and frozen fruit.
soup. Oh, I thought you meant like you use frozen fruit to make soup. It's like that's a smoothie.
And I guess I'm pretty on brand, dude, with my animal choices and my choice of lover. Okay. I like 'em mean.
I like
I
'em
like 'em
mean. I like 'em scratchy.
Yeah, I like 'em scrappy and I like 'em mean.
Did you guys have a lot of pets growing up?
I literally have only had Yoshi.
Oh,
And I've had
literally
some
only
fish.
cats.
But I've only had Yoshi and Phoebe. Phoebe is my other white dog, but
when we lived in a trailer, my dad used to breed ferrets. So that was the first animal I was aware of.
God, ferrets are crazy.
They're very cool and
You'd be definitely like a ferret
very.
if you were a
Look at me,
animal.
I'm first of all, I'm very rodent-like in general. I get that, and yeah, I'm a ferret. I do.
You're definitely like ferret more so than what's its like cousin that's actually like a mongoose. You're more ferret than mongoose.
Mongoose would be my older brother. I'm a ferret. I had hamsters, and I tried, and then my dad started breeding bulldogs.
Oh,
And a lot of those things die
yeah,
during birth. You're like, wow, it's these. That's why I have this like thing of like we shouldn't be doing this to dogs. Like growing up, it like, oh, another one died. Okay, they really should have airways.
Yeah, I'll never forget when I saw a dog be born inside out, dude. It was wild. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty disgusting. I'll never forget it. It's burned into my memory. Yeah.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, it was pretty gnarly.
Jesus.
And and you got to do what you got to do. And I didn't do it, but someone else did it. Bite the head off.
What would be also a really cool animal is my dad had so many animals growing up, like just dogs, every type. He fucking tortoise, fucking lizards, like all this bunch of shit. What?
Oh yeah, because before I got a cockatiel, I was super into iguanas.
I could see you as a lizard guy. I almost pegged you as a lizard.
And I can tell you why. It's because I was like, I can trust that I understand what's going on in this thing's mind. And I really didn't like how I didn't understand what anyone was thinking growing up. So I was like, I like how this is just a purely instinctual being. There's nothing else going on in its head. So I don't have to be insecure about what this thing is doing. And that is why I was super into lizards. Because it's like, I can trust it.
Because you're a lizard person?
Because, yeah.
You're a lizard man?
Trust
I guess
issues.
just, yeah. It was like, I didn't, even a dog would pretend to like someone if it thought it would get treats out of it.
Yeah.
But if you get a lizard.
Too calculated.
Yeah, I think you need to talk to somebody.
Yeah, well, I had difficulties of relating to my peers. And
So you wanted an iguana?
Yeah. I could potty train it. It would like,
Iguanas are crazy.
Yeah.
no, I mean, if you raise them right.
They fucking with the.
Yeah.
I saw iguanas fighting in the Virgin Islands. They're like cats over there. You just fucking walk out and they're just everywhere on the streets. They're just fucking walking around everywhere. They're fucking big. They're in the trees. And I fucking saw a fight and they were whipping each other with their tails. It was fucking crazy.
The last iguana I had, it got donated to the San Diego Zoo because it got too big. Because they don't stop growing.
Yeah.
So it did abandon you.
No, we gave it to a zoo.
Imagine having a tamed Komodo dragon.
That'd be tight. But that'd be terrifying as well.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
Yeah, they're fucking huge,
They're pretty
dude.
big, yeah. Yeah.
Cody, you really bummed me out with the whole fucking lizard thing, man.
Yeah.
That's just
that was
why
pretty dark.
No, I was obsessed with iguanas because my dad had a thing where anytime I wanted a pet, he was like, okay, fine, but you have to learn everything about it.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I'm assuming that's why you got into dog books, or you just really liked.
I really like dogs, but also, yeah, I guess maybe my parents were trying to teach me empathy, but I don't know if that got to you.
Yeah, not empathy. I just, I was just I'm still very socially unadapted. I genuinely just do things because I'm like, this is what you're supposed to do.
Cody, I'm gonna take a page out of this manga's book and
Warm your heart.
and leave the audience wanting more because feeling pretty bummed.
I don't think that's sad.
That you,
There
the
you go.
only people that the only thing you could relate to as a child was a lizard.
It's not that I could relate to it. I know like that's a fun thing to push. It was just I could understand. I didn't have to be insecure about not understanding it.
That's a fun thing
Because
to push,
I couldn't
Josh.
I couldn't understand the people around me. But I didn't have to worry about that with a creature of instinct.
That's why
And
I
look at
wanted
you now.
pugs, because I was like also unlovable as a child.
Pugs are very
Man, maybe a lot of our choices of pet influence us later in life.
Yeah,
You know?
I keep telling you the reason, and you're like, oh, because of this. I'm like, no, not because of
No,
that.
I hear your reason, but at the same time, what I'm saying is maybe they shape us. Because look at you now, Cody. You're,
very iguana-like.
yeah.
Yeah, solitary. Pretty much just gave up on trying to socialize with people because I'm like, nope, too late.
A man and his cat, huh? What about that manga, huh? You guys liked it? I do think it is interesting though to talk about what kind of animals that we had and that we think would be ideal pets, because it is kind of like a little personality quiz. I feel like there is like this old like Freudian, I don't even know if it's Freudian quiz, where you can tell somebody, like you ask them like what their favorite animal is, and that's like the answer to that is how they view themselves or something like that. So by you telling someone what your favorite animal is, it's either like how you view yourself or how others view you or how you want to be viewed or something like that. I do think there's some psychology there.
Yeah, and the psychology of what's your spirit animal, and mine's like it's a panda eating cookies.
Speaking of cookies, make sure to get those chocolate chip cookies, so the next time you're in an argument with somebody and you say the phrase, "Do you want a cookie?" you can actually have a cookie in your pocket.
I'll just have like a sleeve of like Chips Ahoy.
Yeah,
Oh, extra soft Chips Ahoy.
that's so bomb.
Fuck.
we one of the people we like bred bulldogs with, their last name was Hoy, and the guy named his son Chip like Anthony Hoy.
Stop.
And he was like, that way, his name is Chips Ahoy, and he was like, and he hates it, but I call him that all the time.
People
Cody,
should
you
not
got a
be
lot of
allowed
sad stories,
to.
man.
That's
Name
not
kids.
sad. That's quirky at best.
That's sad. That sucks for the kid, dude.
His name is Chip, which is it's a cool name.
Mm.
And you don't think that was an amazing time for him in as a conversation starter?
He
Growing
maybe
up?
did get laid a lot. He got dunked in a
definitely
lot of milk,
got
you know?
laid on cookies.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, he got dipped in milk a lot. That's all I'm saying,
Yeah, but how many girls want to be like, oh yeah, my track record, I got a chip?
Oh, dude, I mean, I had Chips Ahoy. Like, what'd you do last night, Stacy? I had Chips Ahoy. You know
You
what I mean?
don't think they would love talking like that?
No, I do think they would. That's why I'm starting to
You guys
come
know
around to
nothing
it.
about women.
No, we've got our.
Nah, dude, I think we got it
we
figured out.
pretty much understand the zeitgeist of. I don't know. I don't know what that means, and I'm never gonna look it up.
If someone look it up, please.
But yeah, anyway, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. We wanted to just go through A Man and His Cat and go through some of our favorite animals that would make ideal pets and some of the pets we had as kids. So thank you guys for watching and listening. Read A Man and His Cat if you want to be warm and feel things. And don't forget to sign up for our Patreon as well at Volume 1 at patreon.com/volume1pod. And other than that, I think the only thing to do now. Oh, do you want to talk about what you're reviewing next?
Oh yeah, aren't we supposed to?
Yeah.
Am I next?
Yeah,
Okay, it's gonna be Monster.
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 And this is a manga that was recommended to you or that you saw online. And what's it about?
Someone recommended it to me, and it's like, I guess I'll give the synopsis, even though like I guess it would be fun to find that out for yourself. But
Yeah.
a doctor is like, there's an accident, and he has the choice of like he can only save one person. He saves the life of a little boy, and that little boy grows up to become a serial killer. And the doctor, the plot is the doctor trying to stop him because he feels like it's his duty.
It sounds super interesting, dude. I think it could pose a lot of interesting questions. Look at me sounding all smart and shit.
Smart and she.
Smart and shit.
Yeah, the Hippocratic Oath is, there's two parts. There's do no harm, but the second one is if you accidentally cause harm, you finish it.
Finish what you started. I like that.
The oath of the Hippocratic Oath, and it's like the Assassin's Creed.
That would also make a great video game series, the Hippocratic Oath. All right, so that's what you can expect in next week's episode. Again, thank you guys for watching and listening. It's time to go out on our outro that's always the same and never changes. But what is that today? I feel like we had some good ones. I feel like we had something.
I don't know.
And I thought like that would make a great outro, but
should we just go like yeah?
You can do that.
Why can't you guys do that?
Megan always has some fire
I know
suggestions.
that I don't know.
I feel like it should be something.
It's something in her notebook, possibly.
Fukumaru,
always-
more like.
All right, we're gonna stop you right there.
What do you think?
Fukumaru, more like Fukamimi.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Something along those lines. Why did you stop me?
It's let's see,
Find yourself a hot grandpa.
Crunchy Miracle.
He does say, the cat does say that, but and
Stop.
why can't we say?
You wrote that in all caps.
Why can't we say until next time? Find
Papa
us-
is here.
Papa is here.
Why'd you write that?
Adopt me, daddy.
I mean, I'm down. Okay, we gotta find
You
one.
Cody
almo-
hates those.
You almost gave it a 4.7, and you switched over. 5.
Yeah, it's 5 out of 5 toe beans.
Toe beans.
Yeah, like
Toe
the cat
beans?
hands.
Oh, that's cute. I like that. Okay, so we'll just say adopt me, daddy. Fuck it.
Yeah. Cody, say it.
All right, I've been outvoted. I'll do it.
All right. Thank you, as always, for watching and listening. Check the Patreon out. Leave a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until next time,
Adopt me, daddy.
Daddy, please.
Daddy, please. I'm the one in the window. I'm the kitty in the window.
Well, yeah, I was talking about you moved to Japan and live in those little cubes.
I don't